The last haul. The trawler Maribel left port at 3:40 a.m., her deck lights slicing thin yellow lines through the fog. There were 4 of us, Captain Harlan, Pete, Lewis, and me, and we were heading farther out than we usually dared. The forecast promised calm seas. The ocean didn't agree. By sunrise, the fog had thickened into something heavy, almost solid. Sound vanished inside it. The engine felt muted, like it was running underwater. You couldn't tell where the horizon was. Sea and sky blended into a single, breathing gray. We dropped the nets just after 6. They filled too fast. The winch screamed under sudden strain, cables snapping tight as the bow dipped hard. There was no flutter, no frantic movement you expect from a living catch, just weight. Immense, dragging weight. "That's wrong," Pete muttered. Harlan stared at the depth finder, tapping the screen like it might fix itself. The numbers jittered, dropped, then froze. When the nets broke the surface, the smell hit first. Rot. Old salt. Something long sealed away. The catch wasn't fish, not really. Tangled through the mesh were shredded nets that weren't ours, frayed ropes stiff with age, rusted hooks, even a cracked boot sole. Fish were mixed in, crushed and split, as if they'd been pressed together by something stronger than the sea. Lewis gagged. "Look at their eyes." Every fish was staring upward. Even the flat ones. Bulging, glassy, fixed on the deck. We dumped the haul immediately. The moment it hit the water, the fog shifted, not thinning, not clearing, just moving, like something passing through it. The sea beneath us went strangely still. Then the radio crackled. At first, it was only static. Then a voice bled through, slow, distant, stretched thin. "Maribel, do not haul again." Harlan grabbed the mic. "This is Maribel. Identify yourself." Static. Then, we hauled twice. The voice sounded wrong. Not distorted, tired. Pete swallowed hard. "That's our boat's name." The radio screamed and went dead. That's when we heard it. A knock. Not loud. Not rhythmic. Soft. Patient. Coming from beneath the hull. The depth finder began flashing again, numbers dropping, rising, collapsing into nonsense. Too shallow. Then suddenly bottomless. As if the water couldn't decide how deep it was. Lewis leaned over the rail and vomited. Harlan whispered, "It knows where we are." The knocking slowed. Changed. It wasn't tapping anymore. It felt. The water bulged upward just off the starboard side. Not breaking, not splashing, simply bending, as if something massive pressed up from below without quite surfacing. The hull groaned, metal complaining under a pressure that came from nowhere we could see. Fish drifted upward around the boat, dead and split, but they didn't float away. They stopped directly beneath us, held there like offerings. The radio clicked on by itself. Same voice. Clearer now. "We thought it was debris." It lets you think that. The pressure increased once, just enough. The boat creaked. Timbers complained. Something pressed upward, testing the shape of us, learning our weight. Then it was released. The knocking stopped. The fog thinned all at once, like a curtain pulled back. The sea flattened. The depth finder snapped back to normal numbers. The engine roared to life without being touched. We didn't look back. We ran the Maribel hard until the sun burned through the last of the fog and the coastline came into view. No one spoke. At port, the Coast Guard asked why our nets were missing. We told them they'd been cut. They asked why the logbook showed 2 hauls when we swore there'd only been 1. I don't fish anymore. But sometimes, late at night, when everything is quiet, I still hear that knocking in my dreams. Slow. Patient. Like the sea waiting for the next boat that hauls twice.